Greetings, citizens of Earth. Dante here once again. Today I'm bringing you photos from Capra. I am in my lovely abode office workspace. It's very comfortable. I'm coming to you much earlier today because I got shit to do and scheduling is what it is, and I can only it's sometimes fitting this. I'm trying to share this stuff, and I want to do a little bit of format, do a quick quick review of the show before I start editing the show. A little snippet in there. Yeah, it was my first time seeing Capra. They really fucking impressed me live. They were great. Stop with the ums. Let's see. What do I have words for? Where would I put them? They are definitely a band I recommend you checking out. They good young energy. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it a lot. They got something on stage, performance, presence, and the music to go with it. Yeah, I'm really impressed. You're not gonna hear me go into waxing and moaning about tone and this, that, and the other. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it. It's that simple to me. That's how music is and should be. I just spent the entire time not looking at the camera and looking in some other random direction. I apologize to you, my audience, for that discretion. I guess this one is not likely to. I just did this one for Capra. For Dropout Media. Yeah. Dropout Media is the label they're on, right? I think. I will double check that. I don't think I need to. I be 100% factually correct at this exact moment. Well, even though I'm not likely to go back and add it in after the fact, so I should be. But for now, we'll just move along. Ooh, hey, it's early. It's 9:30. I've been up. Haven't had my coffee. I don't drink coffee, so it's kind of hard to have coffee. But yeah, we're gonna work on pictures from said Capra show and potentially talk about it some more. Held to the yeah. Bam. Oh, I'm in grid view. I apologize. Let's get ourselves into develop. Oh, there it is. This is gonna be a little bit, maybe potentially a little bit more intensive than some other edits. A lot more photos. Hit rate is a bit higher because I was using a flash. I was using my Pro Photo. What are these things? Yeah, Flashpoint. There we go. Flashpoint 200s. Oh, cool. Tip from the choir, from a working professional. Beer koozies. Both ends, awesome. They're great for lenses. Just a little bit extra protection in your bag if you want. Beer koozies. I don't drink beer, but I buy beer koozies for my camera gear, to help support bands and stuff. So, and also, yeah, support. I should have did that on the bigger screen. Apologize. Let's keep moving. But yeah, I had a flash. I had it with a tether, basically wireless transceiver on my camera. Do I talk about my camera? No, probably not. Very rarely. I shoot with a Nikon D850, and primarily when I cover lenses, all pun. Ooh, unintentionally. I use prime lenses. I use a 20mm 1.8 and a 50mm 1.4. Are the two lenses I will standardly bring to a show like Saint Vitus. High on Fire, which I covered the week before, I had brought a 3 series of prime lenses, but ended up mostly using my telephoto in that situation. For like for that situation when I have to sometimes it just depends on the show, really, on if I feel like I need to use a tele versus a prime. And bigger venues, I tend to use teles more than smaller venues, even though bigger venues tend to give me more flexibility of personal movement. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, bigger venues tend to have barricades. I had no personal movement at this show, so a tele was necessary at the High on Fire show. This show, it was just, I had plenty of free reign. So complete counter to what I just said. It's just that kind of rambling day. I'm gonna talk about shit and not work on photos. But let's actually work on photos. Let's see what this white balance can be. It's really I like that green better. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to do this again. I'm gonna have to do this again. I already know it. It's just, even if it's not a good picture, that's the one I always go with the first one to try and get my colors right. Even if it's not a very good picture, it's never my best picture. Who starts with the first photo in their batch at a concert with their best photo of the night? If you're doing that, then you're doing something wrong. I got to dial those settings in as they perform and everything, and they just get better. Supposed to. You pay attention to them, to their movements and mannerisms on stage, and try to capture it. You see which ones like to move in which ways. Yeah, it's definitely, those are things you have to pay attention to while the band's performing, while you're getting your shots. The chaos of it, the lights. Ooh, yeah, they do what they want if you don't have control. Let's put a little bit of haze in there, which really, I don't know if the grain is translating to you, but this looks grainy to me. Pump that vibrance. Drop the saturation. It's just something I like to do. Tone curve. You're gonna see me drop 4 dots and do a little bit of tweaking till I'm happy. This is just curves. Yeah. You'd be like, oh, Dante, you didn't do anything. Just that little bit brings out a little bit of the haze in the background. Drop the saturation of the green. Drop the saturation of the blue. Drop the luminance of the blue. Yeah, drop the luminance of the green. Good. See, it's not looking bad at all. I'm gonna want to color grade it all. Let's see. The green blue combo makes a little tricky for color grading. So for now, no. I will save that for later. Standard sharpen anywhere in there. It's good enough. Let's get a little bit smoothing out this grain. Even though I think I see grain way more. I think I see more in my photos than I used to since I got the new iMac over the summer, because I can see details in photos that I was just like, oh, this photo looks great, and then I look at it now on the new iMac, 8 years newer than my old one, and I'm like, I didn't think the difference in the resolution would be that visible, and I would think my photos look worse, and grainier and less visible and less focused, but apparently detail's not good. You know, are we going too far down the resolution hole as a world? I mean, we are potentially at a point where it's more than our eyes can render, I believe. I mean, for a lot of stuff than what our eyes can render. So the stink that people make on stuff is ridiculous. Yeah, it's quite ridiculous. Wait, this is too wide. How did that happen? Must have been a glitch. There we go. Now it looks all better for the screen. We'll go to a secondary view. At least makes it look like I'm looking more at you. Yes. I mean, I know the light changes like 3 photos in, so it is what it is. We'll start from here. It's somewhere to start from for them. I'm probably, again, I rarely use the first photo. But it is always the one I decided to edit first. No, I mean, I'm just not. I'm gonna leave it for now. Am I? No, I'm not. I'm gonna go. Yeah. That works. Just like that. Greens, nice blues. Cool. Solid black and white images to go with them now. I'm going to Command C that one. Command V. Yeah. Solid. Blue is blue. I mean, excuse me. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with shooting black and white film, but we would use colored filters over our lenses. And you say filters, and I think of these big honks of glass now that go on the cameras, like yeah, they usually think like big filters now. But for a lot of old cameras, here's a 50, an old 50-1.4 Nikon. It's not the one I use for live stuff, but it is one I use for other stuff. And see, old Nikon G. I love it. It's a beautiful fucking lens. Absolutely amazing lens right here. And tiny. It's only what, a 52 millimeter. They weren't $100. It wasn't $100 a pop for a filter back then. But yeah, we'd use blue. We'd change the whole color depending on contrast, highlight, how we wanted the image to look with colored filters: red, blue, yellow, and sometimes different degrees. I only had the set standard stack of red, blue, yellow because I always shot black and white. Ilford HP 400. That was my jam. I used to bulk roll it. Bulk rolling film. Bring it back. We can do that. I mean, I don't even know if you can. I haven't looked. Can you buy containers? The whole shebang of a roll of film now still nowadays, or is it just old film that like past date stuff, back date, old batch, old stock, sold new? That's what I'm asking. Oh, listen to me, not listening to music. I was gonna put it on. Maybe I will as we go. I just didn't have it on, didn't have music on, so I didn't get distracted by anything while I was talking about their show. The lovely evening that Capra presented for us at Saint Vitus in Brooklyn. on Monday. It's Thursday, but that was Monday. Sweet. Sorry, I gotta get this done and go to work. I freelance also. I run the cameras at for the live stream and broadcast at City Hall. Oh wow, how about that? So if you wondered where I have gotten, well, no, actually, I was live streaming before I got that job. So I'm getting a paid education in broadcasting at the moment, and I appreciate that. It's wonderful and fantastic for me. Take full advantage of it. Yeah, it's a good wide one. I dig. I mean, if I was using the flash already at this point, it just wouldn't be looking correct. Oh, and tonight's Pallbearer and Heavy Temple, both good friends. I'm pretty sure I've seen some Nori, right? Let's pull out. I should have my phone out easier to. Some Nori. I just got a notification about events today, so it should be easy to pull up. It's just as long as there we are. Of course, it just says freaking Heavy Temple. Oh, some Nori. Yep. With Pallbearer and Heavy Temple. Hell yeah. I mean, I've known the Pallbearer cats for a number of years, and Heavy Temple, I have photos from their first ever show. So that lets you know how long I've been there. Not that any of that will ever matter. It's just I have loved going to music and going to see concerts and seeing bands perform. So yeah, it is something I am always going to be all about, and so yeah, I'm there. Nothing to do with needing to be there. What did I do? Okay, let's fix this. Yes, that's what I was going to listen to. Sorry, here, you don't need to. You can look at me while I deal with my screen drama. You do what you do to set things up, and then you mess it up on yourself. It's okay. I am getting there. Oh, well, I guess the rest of it I'm probably going to have to fine-tune with you fine fellow individuals. Not everybody's a fellow. Some of us fellas. And some are felines. And, like, we're what we want to be. I don't need a goddamn label. But I will. Yeah. I don't know why she's got. Oh, it's such a strong contrasting backlight is I think why it looks like she is slightly superimposed there, and that's also like there's a fog line break there too. What's what I wanted to do, isn't it? S. That's what I was trying to do before I got distracted with my screen doing whatever it did. I could crop in more, but I like that they have the road case that says Capra. It makes a nice complete touch of everything in the image. Boop. what happens when you try to rush. You make mistakes. Don't rush, people. That's what's happening. I'm attempting to rush because I know I have a deadline. Not that these have to get out, that I have to be done doing this. Do. They're like, can you deliver 20 some photos? And it's like, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Not gonna be a problem at all. I don't know where you'll be able to see these again otherwise. I don't have that answer this time. These are going directly to the band for them to use how they see fit. Solid. I want the flash out. It really helped this time. Like, I don't know if I just got new lights, changed the lights, did something, but the lighting at Vitus has been garbage of late, and I've just had to deal with it because that's how it goes. I don't have a say in it, or I could just start being like, "Hey Jeff, make it brighter, please." Brighter, just a little bit. Just give me like 5% brighter. Everybody's happier, or just me at least. Getting better quality photos of the bands. You know, just selfish reasons. And definitely, probably not. Bam. The shadow makes it look like she has runs in her stocking. She does not. Because she was not wearing stockings. It's impossible to have them if you're not. Also, white balance focus on blacks as well as whites. So much movement, but you can clearly tell that it's just them moving, not me. I mean, at these settings, I'm at f5, ISO 4000, 1/125th, and it looks like this. It's the LEDs fucking with it. The frequency and timing, and it's just, it's hard to go into the computer, the scientific issues of how LEDs function and the flicker on, flicker off, and how you capture that. And it really messes with exposures. And when people are like, oh, well, mirrorless, and it's like, I don't know, mirrorless in clubs like this with LEDs, LED stage lights that aren't, I don't know, I'm not going to make any comment on, like I said, I don't know if they're new, I don't know if it's just someone different running them, but there's a big difference between the kind of stage lights that you're gonna buy, get off of AliExpress versus the kind you're gonna get from a like a performance, like a store, an audio performance store or something like that. At least you hope. Like, and I would, but in the beginning, if these are LED stage lights that Vitus originally purchased in 2001 when they opened, and they're sitting there, that explained that they could have been the best ones available at the time, and they would still have issues with flicker and stuff that have been alleviated with a lot of newer LED lights. I mean, it's just blue. That's all it is blue, and do what you can to make it look a little bit better. That's really all there is to it. Will it get used? Will it not? I don't know. Okay. Oh yeah, just did an update. Sure. Tell me about it now when I am in the process of. Tell me about it later. I need to. You changed my. At least you made it easier to change my color overlay. I was about to say, I just fixed it like 2 episodes ago because I still am getting used to using this on a new computer. Wait. I'm confused. Sorry, this is new. How do I adjust invert? Invert is not on here anymore. Oh, wait, it's up here now. Bam. Okay. Found it. Things just got moved around. Feather's bigger, easier to use, which I don't understand why they buried the feather to begin with. I used it constantly. I will have to play around with masks. This is just like Photoshop over here now. This little dinky tool. I mean, they're just merging, basically. I mean, it's as photographers, we wanted separation, and Photoshop didn't necessarily easily work into the workflow for a lot of beginning digital photographers. Its capabilities were more than what they thought they needed. Is a good potential way to put it, right? Yeah. Definitely. I did that, and it took a while to go away. Oh, whatever. Okay, so that's how I can work on them. Okay, cool. Just a little bit. I want this photo to work, so I'm trying to make that happen. Why does this seem like it's doing nothing? Because I wasn't selected on it. That's why. Okay, there's some fine. Look at how even that just made it. That simple, quick reduction. Yeah, it's why I was like, why does this not look like it's doing anything? Because it wasn't doing anything. That looks way better all of a sudden. but I don't understand what is going. Command V Lightroom. I have presets copied from somewhere else. Do it again. Oh, it doesn't exit me out of it when I reselect it. That is, I don't know that I like that. Right here. Oh, it does. Why am I having issues? I'm just tired. I think that's all that it is. I am just tired. Tired and I'm rushing. So I'm making mistakes. And things are different. They're not exact. Muscle memory isn't working correctly because there's a few little things that are different. Ah, okay. It only exits out of the mask, not the whole thing if I hit it. That's where my problem is. That's my standard shortcut to get out of it. I just hit the exact same button I went to get into it. Why do I have to do twice the button pushing now, Adobe? Don't add to my workflow. Ew. That is a ew. Ew, Adobe, ew. Fuck you for that. You know how that's gonna be a very difficult thing to teach myself to hit the button twice to get out when it's such an easy flow in, out, used to be. But if I don't have a mask, if I don't have a mask selected, yeah. Oh boy, that you just made that extra confusing for shortcut users, Adobe. Oof, ewac. Bad move. Bad move. Why? Why would you change something that simple? Don't just cancel. Don't just have. No. If I want to get out of a single mask, I hit return. That is the shortcut that has been built in for over a decade. If I want to exit the whole tool, I hit the same button I used to get into it. Now I have to hit it twice depending on the situation? Depending on the situation? That's gonna mess with my workflow. Sorry, I get upset about silly things like this sometimes. Particularly silly things that mess with my workflow. And R's fine. R goes in and out. It's just my freaking masks and probably, yeah, it's just my masks. And likely all my masks. The brush masks. That mask. Circular gradient masks. Whatever. Deal with it. Move on, because what am I going to do? Just sit here and complain about it and let it take up time that I shouldn't. Let it worry and stress me that there's something I can't do. But I can voice my complaint, and that's about it. But otherwise, me stressing about it, about and complaining about Adobe making ignorant changes. I am thirsty. Oh well, I didn't grab water for myself. That is my fault for not starting the show appropriately. Here, actually, I need to do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to be coughing your ear off real quick. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're back. That's better. Oh, back to these jammies. I mean, I know I used the flash at some point. Just clearly not in the. I mean, I know what I was doing. I was having them. I was just. I don't know. I am very I can be very weird about using a flash, and in situations like this, I know a lot of people are sensitive, way more sensitive to it than others, for as far as musicians go. Oh, so there's a handle for rotation now. I do like that, and rather than it just doing what it wants. What are you, a feather? Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, some of these are simple quality of life changes. Others are annoyances. Unintentionally. I am going to have to hit that done button when I'm done now. For someone who does not, who prefers to use a keyboard as much as possible for shortcuts over a mouse, because the mouse drags on the workflow and can be distracting, honestly, and really can drag on my carpal tunnel. Which, yeah, might as well, it's been bothering me, so switch it out. That's better. Time, we're doing okay. Time. I mean, it's a good thing he has high underpants, otherwise I'd have a camera full of butt crack. Sorry. It happens. Oh, the humanity! Yay! I may stick black and white. I don't just figure this out as I go. For the moment, I am going to stick black and white. I don't. Jeff is going really hard on the smoke machine. And these lights, and I think that has to do. It's the combination of the smoke machine and the lights. I know who's doing it. I don't think it has anything to do with the quality. I think it's the combination of the two. The light refracting off of the smoke, in combination with older series LED stage lights, is causing some of the visual issues that I am not necessarily happy with in the images. Like, there's just, it's not this bright. It's not that bright in this corner up here. It just isn't that bright on stage, but the light refracting off the smoke is really messing with things. And I mean, yeah, I know how to shoot through it usually, but I was exposed differently, I think. Oh, that's the one, right? Just the white balance with the guitar. There we go. Frame it a little bit better. Yep. Oh. Yeah. I think I am going to edit this in color. Let's see. Camera vivid. I rarely use that. See, this is, totally different story straight out of camera, huh? Bump the whites. Well, maybe, let's see. Yeah, bump the whites. Blacks. Oh, yeah, that's getting creamy now. Clarity, haze. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason my pictures look the same a lot, because I edit them the same. I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, they're my edits. Now we can color grade that skin. Yes. I know, I'm excited. Cool. I am happy with that. Yep. That I'm happy with. I can come back to the black and white whenever. It's easy to get to. Of course, they switched to magenta right away. Just the headroom. Yes. Great. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's all. Sorry. These guys run the labels, so they wanted me to make sure I got photos of them since they were paying me. Yeah. Chris, Matt, and an individual that I was potentially introduced to, but don't remember. Sorry. Force of habit. Not intentional. Never, ever is it intentional. That's a big purple cloud of mess. I leave at 11:30. It's 10:15. I got a shower and shave. Try to look as presentable as possible. That word. Presentable. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. These are gonna be tricky to sort. These some good ones in here. I just switched to the 50, as you can see. I just switched to the 50. Damn. Right? Right? Damn. I know. You're allowed to be jealous. It's okay. Yep. Had the balance, had the wherewithal to be able to pull that white out of there because I used flash. Makes a difference. Makes a difference. I will likely not make a habit of it. Having that the Flashpoint 200, and I have it on the extension head with the cable in the cord and the battery in my waist belt pocket, and I'm walking, and I have this ridiculous cord that goes all the way down to my feet. So I have plenty of room to move the flash around, hold the camera, because boy oh boy, if I don't have that camera, don't even get me started on people. I guess with viewfinders and everything, it's easier to do with mirrorless and screens and everything to just do the hold and the hold and shoot. It's like, I'm gonna hold it like that, or I'm not even sure how they see it when they do it like this, but I definitely see the super spread, like, oh, I'm gonna flash in one hand, camera in the ultra tiny, which, the mirrorless camera is necessary. People have been doing that since film, though, with the corded flash and everything. Now it's just gotten a lot better wireless technology, which is good. I was using wireless tech for something that was wired into a battery. Do I have the I do. Yeah. The head extension right here. Here's the head extension for it. This is great. Head extension for the flash, two together. This comes off, so I had this whole cable dangling off of me from. I know it's silly, but can you argue? Can you argue with the results? I just had I had a fusion dome on it, with it pointed up, not directly at. No, not direct flash. So it's probably why the light is softer, even though it is pretty hard in some spots from the flash. It's not that. It's mostly primarily pretty damn soft. Brought it back. Yeah. Ooh. Pull that up a little bit. Adjust the framing. to where it originally was. I mean, that's just big, little. I mean, it's the way it is with framing. I like looking at it. I don't know. I used to feel one way about cropping, and I don't really care. Whatever you think you need to do for your photo to look as good as you want it. I mean, it used to be, the argument was because of resolution and the resolution you could A, get out of a camera, and B, get out of a negative, whether it was 35 millimeter. I mean, or versus the medium format. Like, the resolution you could get out of a medium format film was far superior than what you could get out of 35 millimeter. It was, and how much you could zoom in on a photo on 35 millimeter wasn't really that much. I'd say you really had trouble going at more like over 25% zoomed in, depending on how sharp, maybe 50 at the best, if it was like, if you had that at like f8 and you did a nice super sharp like exposure. But now with pixel resolutions at 45 megapixels and everything, like I said, do what you need, do what makes you happy. Who am I to care? Like, is this real photography? Isn't it real photography? You know, that whole argument, I don't care. It's like, if you want to be a photographer, I want you to go out there and I want you to take pictures, and I want you to use whatever tool you have available to do that with. Period. You want to know what camera I think is best? Go to the store. Whatever menu system is intuitive to you, that's the one that's best for you. Whatever one has a menu system that you understand and comprehend and is easy for you to use, that's the camera that's best for you, because you're going to use it. And that's really all it's ever going to come down to is, are you going to use it? I mean, it's not in focus, but it's a great photo. I think it is. I think it needs to be a little bit skinnier. Yeah. I mean, it's arguably, if she had writing on her shirt, I would arguably say it's in focus. It's good. It's usable, serviceable photo. It just being the front of her clothing being in focus, and not her mouth and microphone because of movement. It's puts it more into the artistic realm, but I like the picture. I like it. So cool. Yeah. Just trying to get through these. I'm not sure how many more. I don't think I took that many more. There it is. Just a little bit. Ooh. Very yawny. Very yawny. Yawny McYawnerson today. Yawny McYawnerson. There we go. Just stay focused on Gurr. Just Gurr riding the pig. Just stick with that. I'm not important, camera. Do whatever it is you're doing with your focus jitters over there. I guess I need to figure out why. I know why. I'm further away, and there's other things in the foreground that it wants to focus on, especially when I'm moving the mouse or something like that. Boop. Yeah. Just a boop away. Wish everything in life was a boop away. It is not, though. It is not. I think I want to put on some music. Just cause. Just cause. You've had music this whole time. I have not. Lose a hand. You could lose a hand. I wanted maximum. Maximum. I mean, I don't know. Can you see the touch of pink at the top? That's great. Great makeup. Did I see some early male pattern balding? I feel so bad sometimes. I'm like, I wonder if they know. I mean, I'm sure they do. I shouldn't point it out. I should never point it out. It's rude. I mean, you're probably not even going to see photos of musicians making stupid faces in this stuff when I'm doing it, because I've already edited a lot of those out. I'm not someone that tries to achieve that. I have no interest in trying to achieve a crazy face photo of you not someone not at their looking their best. It's like, if your face is going all over the place because you're headbanging and crazy and it looks great, then it looks great. But if you're just a singer and you're mid sing and you're inside and you're making up, no, I'm not. Like, sometimes you have to do things with your face that are not attractive while you're singing to get the vocalization that you want. Like this one. Perfect example. It's a homies night. I'm excited. Lots of family reunion tonight. Family reunion tonight. Nope. Did I remember to eat breakfast? Probably not. Standard. Oops, this. Doja? I thought so. I mean, that's a better photo. I mean, I really... that looks good. I'm gonna go tonight and I don't know what I'll get. I don't know what I'll get. I will work with what I have, as I always do. Oh, full yards though. Clear. Ashaniko. I dig it. I mean, I don't always like, but there's enough going on in this frame that I'm okay with the fact that you can't see her face. Like, there's cool things happening. But if you notice, a lot of my cropping is going to just be shifting it over. Just as long as I have two original edges, I'm usually pretty happy with that. It used to be my standard on the old 12 or less, or even 20. I mean 20, even less than anything less than 24. It was like cropping was, you could go either way depending on where you had adjusted your ISO gain. Ooh, he's pink. Let's change that. Yeah. That is serviceable. I don't usually try to go all over the place with framing anymore. That's the drummer. That's the winner shot of the drummer. I mean, I really only care always and forever about getting one really good shot of the drummer, and then I'm happy. Like, they're so difficult. They could be so difficult, and spending time is not always fruitful. And he was particularly different with 5 people on that small stage without the bump out. There wasn't much room, and the singer was continually in the way. I don't know what this is, but I don't like it. Sorry. This is one of my favorite songs right now. It's so good. And you can't hear it, but you can see what I'm listening to. Too much pink. There we go. It's just shadows now. Okay. I don't know. Is there another? I don't think there's anything smaller. It looks good. Princess Nokia is the shit. If you don't know who she is, I think I found her when Tomboy came out, and I was like, ooh, so good. I have no connection to know what is popular and what isn't popular. I am just finding music that I like and listening to it. Period. Ew. Ewack. Yeah. Just a little bit of adjustment of the white balance. Stomach, chill. We got time. My stomach is sitting here grumbling, and I gotta get this shit done. We're almost there. Like, I'm pretty sure we're at the home stretch right here. Mm. This is Halloween. Headed love like me, bug like me, but like me. Halloween. Ashaniko is fucking hysterical as well. It's been a while. Let's find it. Frame it. Difference. This is still that Poppy, not Poppy. Have I talked? I've talked about. It loses it without the color. It's not as nope. I mean, it's probably not gonna make the cut, but I'm gonna. It's not bad. I think that one's. I don't know. Sorry for the quiet. I turn that off. I'll just pay attention to you. Since it's easy for me to get lost into just working. I want to talk about things. I want to be open. I'm hoping to have discussions, and I have not been consistent with my live stream times to have chats. But that doesn't mean you can't comment on a video and that I won't address something later on in another video, or reply to a comment, with an answer to the comment on there. there's a number of older videos from when I used to do stuff with my friend Leanne, Dante, the morning show with the U, and that stuff. I don't reply to comments on that stuff anymore. Like that's just, it's been out for numerous years, and I will delete comments of people being rude, because screw you guys that are being that like why do you need to shit on someone's appearance for no reason? Like what is that? Like, just because someone chooses to be different than you, like I don't get it. It's like people, there's a problem with people like that complain about everyone for everyone's appearance and judge them on their appearance, and that's the only thing, that their appearance is what leads to success. They think I don't know. I don't know. Baby bacon. I might as well. I'm only gonna be using it from here on out probably, so, because I put the flash away. Home stretch, individual folks, home stretch. But yeah, I will start punching the other things, the socials, all that jammy jams. Be sure to, that way. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe. It's such a fucking chore. I really don't like saying it, asking it. It's not something I'm a fan of. But that's the way of working on this platform and this form of media, is, hey, look at this cool work I'm doing. Do you want me to keep doing it? I want to keep doing it. How about you support me so that I can make this work even better? Like, that's really what it is, and that's really what it should be. And that's why I really appreciate the likes, the subscribes, the $1 a day on Patreon goes a long way. I check my Patreon once every 3 months for money income, so I'm like I can be surprised by money that's in there and be like, oh look, there's $5. $5 helps. You wouldn't think it, but it does. I know I was just complaining about, not doing it because my work is valuable. I'm not gonna diminish the value of my work because for someone else's crap and all that jazz. But that's it. We finished up for Capra, the photos. I'm gonna cut this short. Thank you very much for tuning in, viewing, all that jazz. Instagram, website, YouTube, subscribe, maybe. You don't have to. I mean, I'm not gonna be offended if you don't. Not at all. I want you to watch it. Patreon matters. Patreon, Instagram, all that stuff. Yeah, that matters. Working on a big cartel. Gonna have some a lot of my physical media that a lot of people knew me for, from doing art fairs and fests and funds and all, and punk rock flea markets and stuff like that. I'm finally gonna get my butt together and put up a big cartel. I've just been having some changes in my presentation of media and things along those lines. A lot of all my photo prints forever, when being sold in person, were printed on aluminum, yeah. And there's just no way to share that with you appropriately and give off the grandeur of said image online. So having a different solution to sell awesome prints and everything like that is definitely coming at you, as well as some cool artwork that I've created that I'm not really sharing with the world, that I'm just gonna drop out there and just be like, enjoy, here you go. But yeah, keep an eye out on that, and the best place to do that is on Instagram. That is pretty much where I primarily post. Okay. Great job. Good seeing you. And I will be back again and again and again and again. Oh, goodness me. Good night, fellow citizens. Have yourselves a great day.